As well as defining the different stages in the process, you will also have to define the roles of the individuals involved. This is very important for defining access rules, a topic that will be covered in other tutorial videos. It will also be necessary to identify which individuals will be occupying the roles on an instance-by-instance basis. During this tutorial video, we will discover ways to manage this important part of the workflow process. The roles are defined in the Workflow Properties panel, which can be selected by clicking in the background of the workflow drawing area. To define a role, simply click the Add button to create it, then select the role and define the name. In this example, we need 3 roles: the applicant, the manager, and the IT manager. Every instance of the form will have an applicant, a manager, and an IT manager, so those roles are consistent. However, it won't always be the same person occupying the roles on an instance-by-instance basis, and that's where the default person column is used. There are a few ways to manage this, but one of the most common methods is to capture the email address of the person in the form and then link the role to that field. Select the role in the table, click the Edit button, and use the Email Taken from a Field option to select the field on the form. We need to do the same for the manager. In many cases, the person involved in a process could also be consistent. So for example, the IT manager will always be the same person. This gives us a few more options in the edit role selection process. If the IT manager is not a licensed user in the system, then use the Fixed Email Address option. However, if he or she is a licensed user, you can also use the User option and select them from the list of licensed users. There is also an option to link a role to PerfectForms defined positions and user groups. A position will be an individual, and a user group can be multiple users. There can be a couple of benefits to using positions and groups, one of which is that if an individual changes jobs or leaves your organization, then you only need to reflect that change at the system level and not in every individual form. The process of defining positions and groups will be covered in a different tutorial video. In this example, let's link this role to the position of IT manager. You will discover the importance of using roles in other tutorial videos, especially when you see how all the elements of a form's design start to tie in together.